Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Zach, but you guys could call me Hazardous. Thank you for tuning back into my channel. Welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a diamond camo guide for the assault rifles. Basically, just some tips and tricks and just a how-to tutorial on getting diamond camo for the assault rifles in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So if you guys do go on to enjoy this video or find this video helpful in any way, please drop a comment down below and smash that like button. My like goal for this video is 25 likes. And as always, guys, if you are new to my channel, then please feel free to subscribe for more Call of Duty content. So with the idea of attaining the dark matter camo floating around your head, you may think long and hard about how to put some bling bling on your blam blam. The path to diamond weapons can be grueling and unforgiving because it requires getting 100 headshots, 50 kills with no attachments, 50 kills with 6 attachments, 10 long shots, 5 bloodthirsties, which are just 5 kill streaks, and then 5 rapid fire kills on all class weapons. Getting a diamond camo for the assault rifles in the most efficient way possible will involve a comprehensive character setup and many individual strategies for using each weapon, attaining headshots, and completing the 5 other challenges. So first, you want to set up your class. Entering the fight with the ideal setup means that you have customized your class, specialists, and score streaks appropriately for completing the camo challenges. Of the 2 choices featured for all 9 specialists, the first one is always a weapon. Kills with the specialist weapon as well as lethals such as grenades don't count for your camo challenges, so don't use them. The same thing goes for your score streaks. What I recommend is either active camo, heat wave, or vision pulse for the specialist, and UAV, counter UAV, and hater for the score streaks, because PvP is like driving 90% vision. If the hater is too high for your skill level, don't use a third streak, or get rid of the counter UAV and hater as a whole and simply just use the UAV. Now, you want to set up your class. So, during headshot gameplay, you want the optic as something as simple like the ELO or reflex sight for accuracy, visibility, and low ADS time, and between 2 and 4 attachments, which could be quick draw, grip, high caliber, and fast mag or extended mag or long barrel. Also, equip a tactical, which could be a shock charge, flashbang, concussion, or EMP. The perks don't matter too much, but some good ones are Sixth Sense, Fast Hands, Tracker, and Engineer. Using this setup works well when you play quickly but carefully. While you work on rapid kills and attachments-based camos, you may not even want optics. However, you will want plenty of perks, which could include Afterburner, Sixth Sense, Fast Hands, Tracker, Scavenger, or anything from the perk 3 tier. Additionally, you may have any excluding Black Hat or Trophy System, and a Black Cell rocket launcher for your secondary. This setup should be used with aggressive gameplay. Earning long shots or bloodthirsties is the best with the Varix 3 reflex sight because you can zoom in and out between 2 ranges. The attachments and perks are a no-brainer. Use long barrel as you will double your range, and combine quick draw with fast hands for instant ADS time, Sixth Sense, and any perk 3 except dead silence or awareness. You'll probably also want a Black Cell and the same tactical you use for headshots. This setup is best for conservative gameplay. Once you've set up your classes, it's time to get to know your weapon. Each assault rifle in the game has a unique personality, and some of them you might struggle with more than others. To master them, you have to consider them by the way they fire, either fully automatic, semi-automatic, or burst fire. They will vary in the range they are effective in and the recoil and rate of fire. Fully automatic weapons in Black Ops 3 are often good for spray and pray gameplay, but for headshots or other challenges you want to avoid that almost entirely, although you can get away with it with a laser sight on the KN-44. The strategy for fully auto weapons is to stay within medium to close range and constantly be moving. The reason you want to do this is because you are either taking your opponent by surprise and at a reasonable distance to allow yourself enough opportunity for aiming accurately. The Man of War and KN-44 play easily into this, with an ideal range being between 2 and 3/5 the length of Nuketown from spawn to spawn. However, the ICR has very low damage, and the HVK-30 is a 4-shot kill just under medium range, so these weapons would be best with long barrel to act more effectively at medium range. With a slight exception to the ICR, fully automatic weapons tend to shoot slower and sloppier, so you generally will want to aim your first shot for the upper chest and not in the head in order to actually end up with a headshot. Burst fire weapons are very different than fully automatic weapons, however, in that they are primed for accuracy over long distances, and most, if not all, of their recoil is vertical. At anything over medium range, you will want to aim at the waist or lower chest for a headshot, and this is also at the range at which most of your encounters using burst fire weapons should be. There are 2 burst fire assault rifles in Black Ops 3, so if you happen to struggle with one in particular, the largest difference between them to consider is that the XR2 requires more consideration for its shot because it fires slower and fewer bullets per burst than the M8A7. Do not attempt to hit fire with the XR2 like you might with the M8A7. It won't work the same. The last kind of weapon I want to talk about is a semi-automatic, of which there is only one, the Shiva. The Shiva is accurate, extremely powerful, but sluggishly slow. I think even slower than the Gorgon, which does roughly the same damage, but it's fully automatic. Because it is so slow but so powerful and accurate, it won't really matter what range you use it at as long as you get the first shot on full health and aren't at point blank range against some guy using a submachine gun. For headshots, just aim for the head. Using high caliber on the Shiva will allow you to kill in one shot to the head, and knowing your weapon will help you understand and know how to handle different kinds of encounters with your opponent. I do want to share with you guys some general tips for unlocking these camos, because sometimes people avoid going for camos because the potential KD loss intimidates them. No matter what the strengths of your weapon are, you will no doubt be forced many times to fight in the less advantageous positions, especially when unlocking these camos. There are 3 geometrically different positions that may force a disadvantaged encounter. The first and most annoying is the corner camper. Even when you know they are there, you cannot outgun them. These opponents are why tacticals are important, but if you don't have any, you can either shoot your weapon to have them aim your way while you can go around the corner or the other entrance and shoot them from there, or you could slide into the room and then jump back the way you came, giving them a hard time tracking you. Finally, you could try just bolting through the room and then waiting on the other side for them to follow you, but I don't recommend this if the entrance and exit are any much more than a slide's distance apart. Whatever you do, don't ADS on your way into the room expecting to get the first shot, because you won't succeed most of the time. The second encounter is a corridor, such as the outer edges of Skyjacked or the rails of the map on Fringe. These tend to be long-range encounters that you might have to take on in the event of a murderous score streak shooting up the middle of the map. Fortunately, in Black Ops 3, we have the new wall running mechanic, and these areas tend to always have some form of wall run. Definitely use that to your advantage. This is also one, if not the best, opportunity to use a specialist ability such as active camo, which is my personal method. The third form of encounter, which you will recently find yourself during your long shot medals, is an across the map encounter or top-bottom encounter. Against teams with a heavier number of snipers or LMG users, you might find that all of your encounters will be against players up in towers or in the back of spawns. Picking you off from all 3 routes at the largest distance they can peek out from, the best thing you can do here involves taking advantage of your teammates by traveling behind them while you guys both advance forward into the map. It's also helpful to have a class ready with engineer equipped, as these sort of players tend to holster down in one spot and protect themselves with trip mines or shock charges. An engineer will help you predict their locations. Most maps will also have one route with a large number of obstructions. Traveling this path is your first and last line of defense against these kinds of games, but just be wary that some machine gun users usually prefer paths like these. Crouch a lot and keep your trigger finger at the ready. There are also a few challenges to getting these headshots, because after you've completed the bulk of the grinding by getting the 100 headshots, it's time to complete the final 4 unique camo challenges. The first 2 challenges you ought to begin with here are the attachment based challenges, because while you complete those, you will save some time making some coincidental progress on your long shots, bloodthirsties, and rapid kills. There's no special strategy necessarily for playing without attachments. This stage of the gameplay is just a good opportunity to learn your weapons intimately, since they will not have any of their stats altered. The same goes for playing with 6 attachments, because you can't choose any perks. Just play your best on a simple game mode and 100 kills will zoom by. As for which attachments you use, I recommend that the first 3 be grip, long barrel, and quick draw. The rest is up to you. Once you've got that down and done with, you will most definitely have all of your rapid kills complete, or at most 1 away, so it will be time to get work done on your long shots, which will likely prove to be the longest and perhaps least exciting path of the whole endeavor to diamond camo on assault rifles. There used to be a trick in which you may use the Varix zoomed out to get, close range long shots, but that was patched in the update 1.06. If you haven't seen my video, I recommend you go checking that out too. I talk about all the details from the patches. Anyway, people also claim that the suppressor helps, but that's been tested and it's not true. The sole strategy for long shots is to camp. I know it's lousy and cheap, but in certain areas and on certain maps, excluding the DLC, the best locations in maps, I would say to camp on are Evac, Fringe, Hunted, Infection, and Stronghold. On Evac, you want to stay on the far left of wherever you spawn and aim to the farthest points you can go. On Fringe and Infection, you want to stay in the second floor of the 2-story buildings and aim at the other building. On Hunted, you want to stay on the side at the lowest point of the waterfall, which is with as much distance as you can manage. And on Stronghold, you want to stay on the side with all the rocks in or facing the second floor of the 2-story building. If by the time you finish your long shots, you do not have all of your bloodthirsties and you are struggling, try choosing a game mode unlike Team Deathmatch, where your opponent's location will be most predictable, and play it safe. So in this video, we've learned some important things that will allow you or anybody to take on the grueling quest to diamond camos for assault rifles, and we've also learned how to consider the personality of the individual weapons, the best strategies for different types of encounters, the best way to set up your class and customize your character for each type of challenge, and the final few words of advice that will be critical for completing your last few medals. I got Dark Matter over my Christmas break. It took me about 2 weeks to get every single camo, get gold, diamond, and finally Dark Matter for all the weapons. It took me about 2.5 weeks, about a day of gameplay, and a couple prestiges. It turned out to be not as terrible as I thought, but if you guys are struggling, definitely message me and I can give you guys more tips. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did find it helpful, please leave a like. I know it was a long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, if you guys are new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Get grinding, good luck getting diamond camos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios, amigos.